Hey guys, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let's just make one thing very clear. We can't trust anyone. If it wasn't for Tommy doing all these mess ups, we wouldn't be in this case. If it wasn't for Kanan having the vendetta about, getting revenge on ghosts, we wouldn't be in this case. If it wasn't for Tasha wanting to go stay in the lifestyle and to take over Kanan's crew, we wouldn't be in this case. If it wasn't for Ghost being impulsive every once in a while, we wouldn't be in this case. Long story short, it's everyone's fault why we're in this place right now. It's not just one particular person like people keep spewing. It is everyone's fault. It's not just Tommy's, it's not just Kane's, it's not just Ghost. So let's start this episode. This episode is season 5, episode 3. Are we on the same team? No, we're not. That's what's going on. We're not on the same team. Of course, how can we be? Everyone has their own particular ulterior motives, no matter what the main cause is, no matter what the main goal is. Yes, you want to go and kill Dre. Why wouldn't we? Ghost himself has just killed someone last night, and he's in the bathroom. He's getting himself together. Ghost looks a mess. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping in a while, which we know he hasn't. We know he's been drinking. The stuff's probably coming out of his pores. It's just too much. It's too much. And he gets a call from the front desk because there's a detective, and it's the same detective that's working on, I guess, the Raina St. Patrick case. He wants to talk to Tariq. So once and it's about your sister. There's a discrepancy about what you said regarding when you left the school and when other people said you left the school. I'm thinking this expensive private school didn't have cameras to confirm this stuff. This is just some of the dumb stuff that kind of irks me. But we'll continue. While he looks at Ghost like, wait, is this a part of the plan? Is it? Okay. And so then that's when he says, oh yeah, it's possible maybe I walked out before, but I just really can't. That's when Tasha realizes, oh, this guy's lying again, so I'm gonna have to cover for him. And so once Ghost gets the detective out of there, but has that look of Tasha like, you better go and figure out what's going on. Tasha looks at him, says, Reek, is there anything else you need to tell me? He does his usual lying self and says, oh no, mommy, there's nothing for me to, no, there's nothing. So now Ghost has to go and talk to Kanan. She's letting everyone know, I had to deal with some stuff. There's a detective there, sniffing his nose, wanting to clarify stuff with Tariq, and that's when Ghost finally asks Kanan, hey, how involved was Ray and Tariq? Kanan knows that how deep it really was, but he goes and says, oh, I just put Tariq in contact with Ray, and that's it. It's like, so has Tariq said anything else? Of course he hasn't, because you told me he can't talk to me and I can't talk to him. Remember?
What about this situation?
And then Tommy and Ghost had this secretive conversation in front of Kanan about what about the situation. So is the body taken care of? The weapon? Oh yeah, the gun is taken care of. So I'm thinking I'm missing something. I completely missed something. Are we talking about the guy that Ghost killed? No, because he doesn't know about that. So that part I missed. Let me know what they were talking about in that Morse code, because I just couldn't figure that out. I don't know if he met with the Italians. I don't know. Now Blanca, she goes down to the station and she's talking with this detective who's saying it's kind of weird because Ray was looking into, he was getting the file information on the perv that ended up being killed, and now he's gone missing. And then Angela, the Fed, she went and looked into it herself. It's just 20 degrees of separation. Doesn't make any sense. Blanca says, yeah, it doesn't, but I'm gonna find out. So now Angela's talking to Tamika, her boss, because she's trying to put this all together. Like, look, we have the chance to take down the Jimenez cartel. We're right here. And Tamika says, no, let's hold off. You're going in too fast. Like 6 months. We can get this done in 6 months. You're going in too fast. I'm thinking, Tamika, why are you trying to slow down Angela? Is it because you want to take this away from her and get this done yourself and get all the credit? Because she's actually right for once. We need to take them. They need to take them down. Lord, imagine if The feds can actually take down the Jimenez before Ghost and Tommy have to go and get riled up, because Ghost and Tommy are being tricked. The Jimenez don't really care about the little squabble that Dre has going on with Ghost and Tommy. They don't. It's Dre that's trying to make it seem like the Jimenez personally has his back. But they don't. They don't. Now, Kanan, because I guess it's still family day, the three Megops, they're all there, and Kanan puts in his 2 cents of, I have some way we can infiltrate. Because remember, Dre's people used to be Kanan's people. And 2-Bit, there's some dissension, so maybe we can use him to go and infiltrate Dre's crew and see what's going on there. And
Dre already told him what's up. He shoot you in the face and get your goddamn attaboy from Drip.
But the thing is, Tommy is concerned. Tommy feels like, well, what if this is a trap? What if Dre is already saying, look vulnerable? Who knows? Ghost has to go and play nice with Councilman Tate, and everyone's still looking at him like, why are you going to put you're a criminal, why are you shoot your face out there? It's for Raina. It's for Raina. You know what else is for Raina? This clean lifestyle, because Ghost really wants to get out. That's why he's willing to go and put up with all this mess. Tommy needs some help cleaning the money, but Ghost can't do that. He can't utilize the club. I'm still trying to figure out, Ghost came out of jail, so what is the club situation? I'm assuming he's just getting a check from the club. Why is it, but Dre's the face of the club? Is that what's going on? How come we haven't seen them go and interact with each other yet at the club? How come they haven't bumped into each other at the club? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, because it's still supposed to be his club. Kanan wants in on Tommy's gig to help you out with Jason, but Tommy doesn't trust Kanan. He said, I would need the money from you up front anyway. So now we see Dre's crew, and they actually have to go and deal with the fact that Diego is there. Diego is there, and Dre looks nervous because Diego feels like, wait a minute now. This actually, was Diego there yet? I'm trying to think. Yeah, he was there. And Dre actually told he needs to promote Cristobal to number 2. Spanky and 2-Bit are pissed. They're really pissed, but there's something that they can do right now. And you know who is the head of the, the Taínos? He looks very nervous. He definitely doesn't look like the boss type. And Dre keeps speaking for him, keeps saying, yeah, he's the one that killed the other guy. He's the one that killed the older guy who could have taken over. And again, Diego feels like he's not confident in Dre yet. He's not confident in Dre. He feels like there's too much ascension. And so he's going to go and see how much of a boss this new leader is. If he can really lead the group, because he'll just take him out and put someone else in place. That's just how this thing works over there. Now, Councilman Tate and James are talking to Linda. Linda, aka Fancy. Yes, Fancy's on the show. If you didn't watch a Jamie Foxx show, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But Linda is a huge donor. She's a woman. She's a black. It's great. It's perfect. And they're trying to talk about how this is what they're going to do with this part of the space. Ghost wants to do a portion of it for the kids, and a place to run, and a place to congregate. And you can tell that they're not on the same page, Councilman Tate and Ghost. Linda can tell as well. So she says, all right, thanks, but no thanks. I don't believe in whatever it is you have going on. It's a little too messy for me. And so she goes and leaves. Councilman Tate is in a huff. And he's talking about, hey, you're supposed to go and let me run point on this, because clearly right now you don't know what you're doing. And he didn't say it like that, but that's essentially what he was saying. That's essentially how I was feeling when he was saying it. I'm saying Ghost, because Ghost stepped up, said, excuse me? So he said, look, we're on the same side. Whatever our message is, we need to be consistent. Ghost said, we can find other people. She was worth $6 million. We need to fill a $12 million gap. She was worth $6 million. And yet, you went and blew it. So now Ghost said he's going to fix it. John Mock and Sax, they go and visit Tommy's dad. Lord, Oh, Teresi. And Teresi is known, he's a legend because he doesn't snitch no matter what. But they're saying, oh, we know that Tommy Egan's your son, and you know Kanye isn't doing too well, and so that's when Teresi sits, and then that's when Teresi's demeanor changes. He starts laughing, saying, "You guys are amateurs, aren't you? It took you so long to finally get the messages I've been sending. The fact that I had my lawyer send out that." Send that out, put it in the system. I mean, I did everything to show, hey, I'm here. Hey, I can be of use. Now remember, he's not supposed to be a snitch. So he essentially agrees to help them to use Tommy to essentially go after ghosts and do whatever they need to do. I said, Teresi, you son of a... I knew we couldn't trust you. And the thing is, he can't be trusted, period, because even if this is a con of a con, as far as him getting out of jail just so that he can go and double cross the cops, it's still murky. It's still murky. Remember, Tommy has a tracker on his car. There's just too many gray areas. Now, Angela has to go and deal with Blanca, who's questioning her on this case about, hey, why were you seen, you know, meddling in this case? Why did you have such an interest? Why did you go to the house? And Angela's just like, look, this is an open investigation. So unless you're a part of that particular group that's handling this open investigation, you can't ask me any further questions. I'm thinking, Angela, you just sound like a guilty woman. While she has that going on, she goes and sends a text to Tasha saying, hey, Tasha, we need to talk. Tasha's actually at the grief group, but she doesn't talk. She listens. And she gets to update that the guy who was the drunk who killed their son, that couple's son, he's dead, but the couple isn't happy. Just like how a lot of people, when they feel like the thing that they really wanted to do, they actually do it, and they figure out, oh, well, it didn't solve the fact that my son isn't here. So the father's crying, the mother is just beside herself, and it's really touching Tasha, because I think it's a confirmation of Ray Ray was killed, but the family is still hurt. The family's still hurt because justice can't be served. Their daughter is dead. She's not coming back. So while she's at this luncheon with Angela, she's not really there. Angela's like, hey, you okay? What's going on? Angela's trying to say, hey, they're making the connections that I've been involved with looking into this whole case with Ray Ray and, you know, with Raina. And so now I'm essentially going to have to step in and have my people go over there and tell her she can't go and look further into this case. And Angela's like, oh, you know, oh, me doing all these illegal stuff. Tasha's like, yeah, you doing all this illegal stuff for us, right? Right? I mean, I'm here. I just came from church. If they want to ask why we met up, I mean, I'll say. And I said, oh, this is almost cute. This is almost a human moment.
I can't stop this, Romie. You need to talk to Jamie.
So that's the other part. Angela said we may need to bring James into this. She calls him Jamie. Jamie. And Tasha said, look, we're not bringing Ghost into this. And I'm thinking, so we just keep... I'm a little irked that Tasha keeps throwing that name out there, but I feel like she keeps throwing that name out there, especially to certain people, to let it be known that, hey, just keep in mind, he's not the person that you fantasize about. Now, Kanan is doing his job. He goes and he meets up with Q-Tip, and he essentially... Because Q-Tip doesn't realize that there was a fallout. Kanan essentially says, you see Dre? He thinks he's Batman now. And because of that, we're not cool. And Q-Tip starts spilling out his guts about, I went and did this look for Dre. I mean, and then Dre decided to go and give my stuff and Spanky stuff to some other dude, make this other guy his number 2, and it just doesn't make sense. And, you know, I'm tired of this mess. But it doesn't mean that he's still not loyal to Dre. What people need to understand is sometimes people can have momentary lapses. And this could be what's going on with Q-Tip. I mean, with Q-Tip. Why am I calling this guy Q-Tip? What's this man's name? Let's just get his name really quickly. It could be Q-Tip. It could be. But I just want to make sure for Sure. Two-Bit, that's what his name is. Tommy gets a call from Teresi in jail saying, look, I'm going to be getting out soon, and we can make up for lost time. And Tommy was shocked. But then we see Teresi did that phone conversation, because I said, okay, that doesn't look like his normal cell. I was just looking at everything. And that's when we see John Mock and Sachs and said, ha ha ha, we got him. So now they're going to let Teresi out of jail. Tasha and Ghost have this conversation because Tasha's over it. Tasha's just like, look, you refuse to let me talk. You refuse to get help. And most importantly, you killed that guy. It's not going to make you feel better. And I wish Ghost was there, because maybe James would have came out and realized that really didn't do much for me. It really didn't. Tasha wants Kanan dead. She keeps putting out there that you cannot trust Kanan. Why do you keep putting your trust in this guy? He's like, we're using him right now. But I'm thinking, no, he's using you. And it is, my whole thing with Tasha is, I don't know if it's just because she doesn't like him and she was the one that mainly ordered the hit on him all those years ago, and that's why they have those issues, or if it's deeper. Because a lot of people have been speculating. Let's clear things up. Tasha, the Raina, and Tariq are twins. Now, yes, it's possible that if, there's enough sperm insemination within a certain period of time, twins can have two different fathers. But the most likely reality, and Courtney essentially said this a while ago, that those are Ghost kids. And she didn't say it like, oh, those are his kids because he raised them. It sounded like those are Ghost kids biologically. We're not even playing that game. So, but that doesn't mean that Tasha and Kanan didn't have some type of sexual relationship. Hopefully it was consensual, because we know Kanan gives off that vibe of he'll do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Angela is talking to the guy who, when it comes to like the Spanish Latino gangs, he's the informant. So he's giving her the lowdown on the Jimenez brothers. And she's just like, look, we have this opportunity. We need to go and hit this hard. Since it seems like no one else is paying attention to me regarding that, I'm going to need your help. And he's just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Tommy thinks he's slick. He goes over to Keisha's house. Keisha says, look, I have someone coming. But she still lets him in. She sits down next to him. I said, Keisha, you look good. I said, Keisha, does Alana afford you this place? This place looks nice. It's open. What? This is the mess I don't like. This place is nice. I'm like, Keisha, you're not making that type of money living in this type of place. And I said, okay, it's halfway realistic, because there should have been more stuff in it. But I said, yeah, this does look like a New York, maybe more like a modern New York place. Like maybe she didn't. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Tommy wants to talk to her because his father's getting out of jail. And he's not sure if he did it legally, if that he's being used or not. Keisha said, look, we come from a place where we would all want that opportunity for a second chance, and she believes in second chances. Tommy said, oh, word? Real? I mean, for real? She said, yes. But be careful. Maybe there's a way you can go and test to see if you can trust him or not. And I said, fair enough. And then Tommy tries to go give her a smooch, and she's just like, So he just kind of rubs her face and then leaves. Tommy is a mess. He is a mess. And he's drinking, but it doesn't seem like he's doing the white snow right now. So we can just take solace in that to move forward. Move forward to Tasha. She was going knocking on Tommy's door. In comes Kanan. And now they have this weird exchange. And Tasha's like, F you, Kanan. You're trash. You're the reason why this whole thing happened. Trust me, one way or another, this whole buddy mess is going to end soon. And Kanan kind of yokes her up. It was like, oh, well, I like it feisty. And he essentially said something to the effect of, I'll take what I want, right? And I said, did you rape Tasha in the past and didn't tell Ghost? Is that what is Because it just sounds great. That sounds crazy. Crazy. In comes Tommy, and Tommy's like, wait, what's going on here? So then she was like, F you, Tommy, and F him. So then she goes outside and says, you can't trust him. You can't trust him. And you guys better do something about him soon, because I will do it if you guys can't do it. Tommy said, we can't trust him. I know that. But we need him for right now to take down Dre. Once that's done and over with, he's gone. But most importantly, she came there to tell him that Ghost went and killed someone. He went and killed someone last night, and so Ghost is running off the rails, and Tommy had that whole thing of, well, you know, I had a word, but who? Well, the guy was a drunk. He killed the kid. Oh, well. but it's like, no, that's not the point. And it's like, yeah, I got it. I wish Tommy had another car, because that car is gonna get him so much. The trackers, because the investigation's still going. Anyway, Diego is there with the Diego's there, and the Tainos, and it's just a lot. Dre is still trying to talk for the new guy, and Diego said, look, what is going on here? Why do you keep butting in? And he starts speaking in Spanish, and so then he essentially wants to see if this guy really had what it took to kill the guy that he supposedly killed. They had 3 men lined up, and he shot him. He did shoot him in the head, all 3 guys. The problem is, he shot them in the back. I don't know how it would have worked if he shot him while looking at him. So now Diego says, I'm going to get you some help. Cristobal's going to be your number 2, because you don't seem to be, something doesn't seem to be meshing too well here. So I'm going to get you the help that you can't seem to ask for. Dre looks pissed, but there's nothing he can do. I said, oh, it's the beginning of the end. And this is the thing. Like people, I said like people, stick together. Dre, let's be clear. There was a lot of people who didn't like Ghost just because he was black. They only tolerated him because he got results. They tolerated Tommy more because he was white, even though he was messing up. See how messed up that is? See how that they thought he was a clown. This guy only tolerates you because of your in with the Karen Hotel franchise. That's it. He really wouldn't have your black ass in charge. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. So Cristobal may take your spot soon if you're not too careful. Cristobal can go too, but I'd rather have him than you around. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Now there's this new guy from DC that you can tell he's young, he's tall, he's probably what Angela's type would be if she never met someone like Ghost. And she dropped her papers, and I said, this guy knows who you are. This is like, oh, Angela Valdez. I said, Angela, this is a trap. You cannot trust him. This guy magically bumps into you. He's magically going to be here for 2 nights. He wants you to have dinner with him. Oh, God. Ugh. Proctor was called by Tommy because Proctor was told to get information on Teresi, make sure that this looks legit. And Teresi said, Proctor said Teresi would be killed right now if it looked like he was snitching on anyone in jail. So then Proctor also told him, don't call me again. I can't even, why are you doing, I can't help you if someone calls me in and says that you've been in contact with Tommy Egan and it looks sketchy. Stop it, stop it. So now Tommy feels a little bit better, but not all the way better. Cristobal goes into his car, and I said, this is a setup. I said, that's Kanan's voice. Kanan has him at gunpoint. I said, wow, Cristobal, you are a punk. Why aren't we just shooting people? See, this is the part that pisses me off. Why aren't we just shooting people and killing them? Come on. Come on. Come on. That's the part that irks me. Yeah, they went and robbed them. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Now they have to do things differently. But now it makes Dre look incompetent. But to shoot and kill is second in command. We'll continue. Linda has this lunch with James. And James talks about how this is for his family. How this is for this and that. Linda just wants to have sex. So they actually go upstairs and they have sex. Now, I guess maybe this is a part of her contract. I don't know. They have this wild sex scene. Ghost hoisting up in the air, eating her out. But she keeps her bra on the whole time. I'm thinking, what? Really? The whole time? To keep it classy? Like, what was that about? I mean, he's boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. I said, Jesus. All of the frustration. Keep calling Angela. She's not picking up. You haven't had sex in a while. Really frustrated. And now you're told you just can't kill whoever you want. So now you're going to have to kill the puss. Now you have to kill the puss. Oh, I was happy for him and nervous for him because I said, this isn't a good look. You're supposed to be this family man. You just lost a daughter. You're still married to Tasha on paper and for the optics. And now you went and had sex with this woman. What type of morals? Anyway, Angela, while she's on this dinner date with this new guy, tells him that, okay, you didn't hear this from me, but it's possible that we have a lead with Jimenez and it's a huge deal. And he's like, oh, wow, really? I'm thinking, oh, you idiot. You are so bad at your job. It hurts. It hurts. Why are you telling this man that you don't even know this information? And now you're drinking coffee tomorrow, the next morning because, whew, you probably stayed out later than you should have. Ghost is texting her, I need to talk to you. And it said, it's not even what you, well, it's half what you think, but he does need to talk to you. There's a lot that's going on, but she's also ignoring him because she doesn't want to bring him into stuff that she has going on with Tasha. She's telling Donovan, I need you to go and talk to Blanca, you know, get the crew and subpoena her. Donovan's looking at her like, this doesn't sound right, but I guess since you're my boss, I have to play along right now. Donovan really wants to look like, what's going on? Just let me in on it so I can help you out. I feel like Donovan really would be one of those people. Tasha is talking to Keisha, and Tasha, no. Keisha is saying how, shout out to me because Tommy came over, and even though we talked, nothing else happened. I said, okay, cool. Tasha's talking about how she's just so, she doesn't feel like Tariq is telling her the full truth. And Keisha was over it because Tisha said, here's the real issue. You and Ghost have been lying to those kids their whole life about, and I'm sure this was also kind of just doing the whole thing of, you've been lying to everyone about everything, and so how can anyone trust you? But she made it specific. You've been lying to those kids their whole life, and now they're caught up into this lifestyle, in this situation that you didn't want for them, when this could have been averted if you're just more truthful. I said, Keisha, that is a word, that is a movement. That's what we're thinking. We all feel the same way. We all feel the same way. Because, and I'm glad that Tasha, she said, but then she realized, you're right. This is Tasha's season of clarity. Tasha realizes she's right. How can I show that? How can I show them what, being truthful and honest is when I'm not doing that myself? And this isn't just like a generic small little thing. These are huge things and huge situations that come out of it. So shout out to you, Keisha. Look at the growth and development. Look at it. And on Tasha's part too. Oh, Tommy's mommy's back. And Tommy's mommy is back because she's like, oh, I brought a casserole. I brought some food over for Renee. I said, who's Renee? You mean Raina? Yeah, the funeral already happened. A mess. But Tommy's mommy's there because her stash is low. The Coke. Her stash is low. Tommy goes and gives her a vial. She was like, oh, thank you. But then she also said, look, you can't trust your father because I know you're still in communication with your father. It's like, but how can I trust you? Hello, I still raised you at the end of the day. That man came back into your life for a reason. For a reason. And I'm thinking, wow, Tommy's mommy is being the voice of reason. This is scary. This is scary. So now Dre is talking to to 2-Bit. I don't know why that name doesn't flow for me. Talking to 2-Bit, and this is where we get the confirmation that Cristobal becomes number 2, and everyone else is pissed. And when I say everyone now, well, yeah, everyone else felt a certain way, but there's nothing they can do, at least for now. Now we have Blanca trying to figure out, why is Donovan and his crew here? And it was like, oh, Angela set this up. It's like, yeah, she set this up, and it's as best that you just back down from it. I'm thinking, So now, while Angela's showing her case, and she has the double agent informant dude, oh, his name is Medina. So she's talking to Medina, and they're both putting this case together regarding the Jimenez, and they already have Diego, but they're just trying to figure out the connection, because again, they can't strike unless they take down the main heads. Angela keeps talking, and at some point she realizes that, because it's funny, in a group with all these men, she's trying to say this woman is more important. Look at it, how even when he's not there, these men guard her. And it's like, oh, maybe she's a girlfriend. Maybe she's just... I said, wow, how misogynistic. This is some misogyny mess that's going on right now. Definitely some misogyny mess that's going on right now. And Angela, she was like, look, Medina, think about it. This is Spanish we're talking about. What does hermana mean? What does it really mean? Because we were thinking about it in just a regular sibling way, like brother, brother, sister, sister. It can just mean siblings, period. So that's when he was like, oh my God. So yes, the Jimenez brothers aren't really the Jimenez brothers. This the Jimenez siblings, a brother and a sister. And they're both here in New York. So now we can strike and take down the heads of the organization. I said, Angela, you're finally doing your job. And Lord, please let you do this before Ghost and Kanan all of them have to, so that then we can kick Kanan now, and then we can kill Oh, this would be glorious. Oh my God, this will be glorious. The problem is, all these other people could be implicated as well. So now it's really a race for, we either have to kill them or make sure no one else gets tied up in this. It's a mess. It's a lot. Councilman Tate is pissed at James because it's like, you went and slept with Linda, didn't you? She went and called me and said, because James said, oh, I got the deal back on. He said, no, you didn't. She said, what's wrong with your ethics? To go and sleep with a client to just go and get a deal done? Married man sleep with a client to get, just go and get a deal done, and you don't, all this stuff, it looks bad. So let me go around pointing this for you, since you don't seem to know how to do this. Again, that part he didn't say, but that's essentially what he was saying, and I was pissed. And I said, Ghost, how can you, I know you want out. I know, but it's not working. It's not working. Angela decided, oh, I've had one dinner date with this guy, and the next date we're gonna go sleep together. Oh. So he invites her back. He says her phone keeps buzzing, so she passes him her work phone, puts it in the drawer. I'm looking at her like, this is a trap. James called her, and that's when she really decided to go and just give it up. James, it's like, I really need to talk to you. Again, he's drinking. He was drinking at Tommy's house. He's drinking, I guess, at the club. He's just super stressed. He's super stressed, but he knows better not to drink in front of Tasha because he has issues. So now while he's drinking, he calls up Tommy and says, I need funding for this Raina project. So he wants back in. He's going to go and clean the money, and he's going to get a fee. A service fee. And I'm thinking, oh God. Oh God. Kanan also comes over to Tommy's, and
That's how you know the time?
Tommy finally lets Kanan know that, look, Terese's my father, and Kanan also brought him money, like $250K, to join in on the drug deal. Remember, Kanan wants to get Tommy's business, Dre's business. It's just a lot. And Tommy feels like, I can't trust him. He gets advice from Kanan, the worst person. Kanan said, look, just keep your good eye open, but look, shout out to you actually having a father that's trying to get it back in your life. I said, it's not that simple. Oh, Tommy. Oh. So now Tariq was brought to choke, and while in the car with Tasha, she apologizes. She apologizes and says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we didn't tell you the truth. Your father was a drug dealer and he was one of those corner guys, so he didn't make that much money. He had big dreams. I had big dreams for him. And so we had to do what we had to do because it was so hard where we were. And, you know, now all of our past is coming back to bite us in the butt. And I'm just sorry that we didn't prepare you guys. And that's when Reek finally tells her some of the truth. Not all, but some. And some having to deal with the fact that, look, I did see Ray Ray kill Raina. I was outside. I ran. I was hiding. Raina was looking for me, and that's how she got clipped. He didn't say all those details, but he said enough. And I said, oh, a cute bonding moment. Isn't that so sweet? Now, just tell your mother the rest of this, because there's a lot more. Well, first of all, his phone should have been cloned a while ago. Teresi finally, I was just over that. Teresi, he gets let out of jail. He just breathes in for a moment, kind of looking around. And Tommy, of all people, picks him up and Teresi said, oh, great. Their interaction was so weird. Tommy definitely looked like he wanted to give his father a hug, but he wasn't sure. So Teresi gave him the hug, and it was like one of the driest hugs ever because it was just awkward. They don't know how to deal with each other. He came out of jail where he couldn't have that type of interaction with other people, period. So it was a lot. So he wants to go get some pizza, go visit Connie, and get into some trouble. And I'm thinking, the car is still trapped. And Teresi can't be trusted one way or the other. Oh, Lord. I don't care if he's doing a double, triple cross. I don't care. It's too much. It's too much. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Show me some love as well by clicking that thumbs up. Click that thumbs up. Leave a comment. And check out my other videos. Especially my Romie Reacts videos where I do reaction videos to music and music videos.